Hey, how's it going, everybody? So, recently, I was asked to do a tutorial on my nanocarbon alloy factory. So, I thought, I've been meaning to do this for a while. May as well jump in here and get this done. And I'm probably going to make a couple more videos um, where we start at the beginning and I'll go through and I'll explain a whole bunch of stuff leading up to the building of the nanocarbon factory. So as you can see, we've landed and I flattened out an area right here. And yes, it does slope down into the ground right there because if you actually start your flattening back here and go off of this, it goes kind of off up into the air. So with the curvature of the planet going down that way, I thought I'd head down there. So, a couple of things that we're going to need for this, assuming that you've already gotten to this point. You've already traveled to a couple of the other planets and gotten some of the resources that you need, like iron and some of the gases and stuff that you're going to need. So, we're going to go in here and I am actually going to make myself a large shuttle because I am in creative mode at the moment. And then we're going to go over to the small printer and we're going to go all the way down here and I'm going to make a hydrazine thruster. So, cool thing about being in creative mode right now is you'll notice I haven't put any canisters on there full of hydrazine, but I can jump into this ship and go to other planets right now. So, having the large shuttle gives you all of this storage right here, plus this other little one on the side over here. So you can put a medium storage right there with, say, I don't know, some fuel or stuff, or what's really handy to put in that slot so that you don't run out is actually right up here. And that is that guy right there. Medium, actually not the medium gas canister, no. The fluid and soil canister because uh, the fuel for this ship actually counts as a fluid instead of a gas. So make yourself one of these, the fluid and soil canister, fill it up with hydrazine, and then just put it in that slot there, and then you'll always have it for that thing. But don't set it to output. Otherwise, anytime you've got empty slots back here on your ship, it will fill those slots. It will, of course, fill the slots down here where your thruster is, but it'll fill those other ones as well. So, we're going to need to go to a couple of different planets. Yeah, actually, we need to go to two other planets to get this fully operational, and that is Glacio and Atrox. So, for this operation that we've got here on Silva, if you're going to set up the entire uh, factory on Silva, then we're going to need a couple of things. We're going to need down here in our platforms the extra large C platform. And we're actually going to need 4 of these little guys. I say little. Uh, they are a big platform, and I love them because they're big. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're also going to need the extra large curved platform. Now, I only wanted to use the curved platform just because of the titanium that I was going to be processing on that platform. I don't need as many slots as the extra large C platforms have, and the extra large curved actually has a couple extra slots that I don't really need, but it's always handy to have them there, and I can just fill those spots in with various stuff. So let's move a couple of these guys out of the way here. And we're going to need to set up all of these ones. So this one here is going to be our end platform. And then we want to take two platforms, and I am just going to go fly around here. Since we're in creative mode, I can do this. And we're going to take this platform and we're kind of going to line it up with that one. And we're going to go about the halfway mark right there. We're going to grab another one and put it right beside this one. Right there. Now, this curved platform, we want this end on the left over here to line up with the end of this platform right here. And it's got to be decently close because we're going to put an auto arm right here that's going to pass stuff from this platform over to a chemistry lab that's going to be there. And then our last platform is actually going to go right here. And I put it here so that this one lines up with this because there's going to be a chemistry lab there, and it's going to be passing over hydrazine from here to there. So that is the layout of our platforms. I may need to move this end platform a little bit closer, but we'll see. I'm actually going to move it over a little bit and center that up because my OCD just screams at me whenever there aren't straight lines. And I love straight lines. Ooh, look at you. There we go. That's a little better. So my platforms are a little bit all over the place. I can fix that, but I'm not going to right now. So for this, we're going to have to go over to our medium printer, and we need chemistry labs. We're going to need 5 of these little guys. And we're going to need a couple of atmospheric condensers. And then we're going to go over to our small printer, and we're going to need auto arms. And we're going to need a couple of those. And then we're going to need gas canisters. Now we're only going to need 2 gas canisters, 4 auto arms, 2 atmospheric condensers, 5 chemistry labs. And then if we go over here, there is a portable smelting furnace that I can get because I'm in creative mode. I can do this. In the normal game, you won't find that on your backpack. You have to use the trade platform to get those, or go down into the caves. Because these little guys are available down in the caves. So I will show you that. Let's quit flying around. And let's go find ourselves a cave entrance. But before I do that, let's go down here. I need a work light because it's dark down in the caves, and you want to be able to see what I'm doing down there, and so do I. So we need to find a cave entrance, and I'm not seeing too many around here. Ooh, there might be one over there. Let's go this way. Ooh, it looks promising. It may go down to the caves. And yes, it does. So let's head down. We'll leave those purple guys alone. They don't particularly like us. So here's one little tip for the beginning of the game is when you start off, get yourself down to the caves and find yourselves one of these rocks that has 3 research samples on it and set up an automated research right here beside this thing. So you're going to want to bring down a research chamber on a platform and then an auto arm on a small platform, and then it's going to need a power supply. So the wind turbines do work down here in the caves. So you can set all that up. And you just set up your auto arm about here and then set up your research chamber back here, plug in your power, and the auto arm will pick these off of this rock and pass them over to your research chamber. And these things replenish after a certain amount of time. So you've got almost infinite research right here, because it'll, as long as these keep refreshing on here, the auto arm will keep picking them off and passing them to your research chamber, giving you bytes so that you can research other stuff. So what we're looking for down here, we have got some zinc. Ooh, there we go. Platforms. So I want to look for platforms down here. And this one has an oxygen filter and a broken power plant there. But if you keep looking around down here, you will find that the lights change down here a little bit. That's interesting. Okay. You want to find more of those platforms. Oh, that's why it's changing, because we are now into the crevasses and we're actually getting sunlight down here. Cool. So these little guys are great research items. We need another area. Okay, let's go back this way a bit. I saw a way through the wall over here. Oh, nope, cave goes this way. Cool. As far as getting out of here is concerned, I'm not worried about it. I can get out. That goes pretty much nowhere. Let's dig through this wall. Okay. There we go. So I had that set to flatten because I was trying to make that flat area for our base there. Okay, there's one of those. Yeah, I'm not seeing too many platforms down here. Not the greatest area for them, I guess. Oh, this one's got carbon and a broken generator. Cool. Not what I want. I think I see another platform over there. Nope, it's just some crystals back here. Okay. So here's one that's got 2 research samples on it, so you can set up another one on those. And because they're pretty much automated and you don't have to do anything with them, you can set them up anywhere down here. But I do recommend setting them up on the ones that have 2 or 3 samples on them. So there's that thing again. And then we've got this little guy over here, and there's one. So there's a portable smelting furnace right there. So you will find them down in the caves, because sending away for them with the request platform costs you a bit and takes you a little while, whereas you can just wander around down here and find them laying around. So you'll notice that this Hisbine is not trying to kill me right now, and that is because I have set my game so that the hazards ignore me. because I really don't need to be having those guys trying to kill me while I'm trying to do this video. Let's see, can I fit through there? I can. Look at that. Okay. So, there's a thing over there. Okay. I'm just going to ignore that thing, because we don't need that thing. Let's take out our tool. And let's go back up to the surface. Now, I have extended the range on my tool here. Okay. And we have popped out way over here. Wow, how did I get that far away from home? That's a long ways to go. But here is one of the gateways up on the surface. We're eventually going to have to get to one of those. And then we've got a bunch of platforms around here. So at this point, the only RTGs that you're going to have in the game are the ones that you get from missions. So the mission log right now, of course, is not available to me in creative mode. But you will get a couple of cutie RTGs that you can put on your backpack, and you can also use them at your base. And those will be the only RTGs that you have until you start making nano-carbon alloy to make the full-size RTGs. So, medium solar panels, small solar panels, small batteries, medium batteries, medium wind turbines like this one, and this is something that you will find at this XL landing pad, and you can land here. It's gravity globe, and those things are fantastic for getting around the planet on, because they're just like the rovers. They provide oxygen and stuff. Oh, there's a little mini wind turbine, and there's a shelter half buried into that thing. Kind of weird. Let's dig it out. If I can dig it out. There we go. So I can't actually grab that thing, which is too bad. I really wanted to see if... Ooh, there might be... No. So we'll just leave that there, because it's going to be noisy and annoying. There we go. So let's get back home. One place on Silva that I would recommend building a base, and it's a place that I love to build a base, is that direction. South. So we've got the North Pole over that way. This is one of the gateways on the equator. And what you want to do is head south and find the gateway at the south end of the planet and build your base there, because you get 24-hour sunlight up there. And I should probably make a video about that one too. So we're back here, and we've got another portable smelter. So if you just run around in the caves for a while, you will find a couple of these smelters. Just go down into the caves occasionally at different spots. Like, I went into that one, which is right beside my base. There it is, right there. If you go into the ones that are like over by that gateway over there, or anywhere else on the planet, pick random spots around the planet and just go for a run down in the caves, and you'll probably find a couple of these things. I went down one time and I found like 6 of them in a space of about 15 minutes. So give that a shot. So we're going to need, another thing we're going to need here is the large canisters, which are in the medium printer. and that is this large resource canister. And we're going to need like 6 of these guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I knocked over my bait. Okay. Whee! Let's jump over our platform. So, seeing as how that's our end platform right there, we're going to place one of these right at the very end, and I'm just going to turn it that way. Just because. YouTube, be quiet over there. I'm trying to make a video. They never cooperate. So we're going to need 5 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that one just kind of dropped there. Cool. So one of them is going to have to go right here. And this is the one that's going to make our nano-carbon alloy. So we'll just set it to that. So once it makes the nano-carbon alloy here, it's automatically going to go into this container, because the canister is on the same platform as it. So you can have multiple operations running on one platform. Like this platform that this chem lab is sitting on right now, that is actually where that chem lab is going to sit. And I'm going to be changing this one to titanium alloy because that's going to be processed on the curved platform over here. And then the auto arm that sits here is going to grab that and then pass it back to this chem lab. That one's still making noise. Come with me. Over here. Sit. Stay. Quit making noise. Okay, now that it's got solid ground to sit on, we need another one of these. And then we need 3 more of these. And I need 1 more of those. Okay. So we've gotten this far. And we're working our way back from the end, really. So we're going to need a gas canister. And I'm going to turn that this way. Now, this gas canister is going to be filled with helium, which is going to be used to make the nano-carbon alloy. Also, the titanium alloy and steel, which is going to be made on that platform over there. So let's just place another chem lab over there, and we're going to set this one to steel. So we need iron, carbon, and argon for that, which means we're going to need 2 of these little guys. I'll grab all 3 just because. And we're going to need our medium gas canister. And we're just going to bring this little guy over here. And we're going to place our gas canister right there. It doesn't really matter where you place it on the platform, but I find that's a decent spot. Now we're going to put 2 of our smelters right there. And then we're going to go over here, and I'm going to grab 2 of these large canisters here, because they're going to go on this platform as well. So we're going to place 1 right there and 1 right there. One of them is going to be filled with organic, that stuff. And the other one is going to be filled with iron. And then these 2 smelters, when you set these 2 canisters to output, they're each going to drop a resource on these. And then these 2 are going to be smelting both iron and also making the carbon that we need to make the steel. Let's grab 2 auto arms. And we're going to set these on our end platform here and turn them this way. So it picks up from the green circle and then passes to the blue circle. Now, we are going to have to differentiate these 2, because this one over here will pick up from here, but it also kind of goes over onto that other platform, whereas this one's not so bad. So when you make a couple pieces of iron and stuff, you're going to want to iron and titanium. So there's steel. We don't want that. I want up here. There's iron and titanium. So drop a titanium one right there on top of that one, and drop an iron on top of that one. That way this arm will only pick up the iron that this thing produces, and this one will only pick up the titanium that this one produces. Now, let's go over here. We're going to put one of our auto arms right there, and we're actually going to turn it this way so that it grabs from here and passes to there. So our last little smelter, I'm actually going to put right there. And then we're going to take one of these canisters and place it right here, because this is going to be filled with titanite, which is going to get smelted on this little portable smelter, grabbed by this arm, and then passed over to this chem lab right here. So we've still got some room over there. We've got a few things still to put together. So this last canister is going to go right there. And this is going to be filled with ammonium. One of these chem labs can be placed pretty much anywhere on that platform. You can either put it on this spot right here or where I've placed it there. You don't want to put it on the end here because we're going to be putting an auto arm there. Because the auto arm is going to be passing hydrazine over to that platform right beside it. So we'll take and we'll put this right here, or do we want to put it there? Let's put it there. Now, we have an atmospheric condenser, and we actually need 2 of these. So there we go. There's a second one. And one of our atmospheric condensers is going to sit right there. So, as the name would suggest, hydrazine, hydrogen. So, we'll open up this little guy here, and hydrogen, 75 parts per million. So that one is already set, and I'm actually going to take it and turn it that way. This other atmospheric condenser can come over here, and we're actually going to... Oh. They switched. Why did you switch? My chem lab and my atmospheric condenser switched places. I'm going to put the atmospheric condenser there. I'm going to put this back over here. And then this atmospheric condenser is actually going to be set to nitrogen. Is it nitrogen we need? Yes, we need nitrogen. So hydrogen and nitrogen are about the only 2 gases that you're going to get on this planet. The other gases that we need, argon and helium, we're going to have to get from other planets. This chem lab is going to go right beside this atmospheric condenser right here. So this auto arm is going to be passing to this chem lab, and this chem lab is going to be making graphene. So we need graphite and hydrazine. And hydrazine is what this thing is going to be passing over to that chem lab. And I don't need to put hydrazine here, although I probably should. No, it's fine, because the circle only goes as far as where the chem lab is, and our store of ammonium is outside that circle, so it won't grab that. And then the last spot on the end of that platform is where we're going to put the last large resource canister. Oh, come on. Nope, this way. And we're going to place that right there. And this is going to be filled with graphite. So the graphite, once you set this to output, is going to pass to this chem lab beside it. It's going to make the graphene with the hydrazine and the graphite. And then that graphene is going to pass over to this chem lab here, which is going to be making our titanium alloy, which needs graphene, titanium, and nitrogen. And this atmospheric condenser is, of course, set to make nitrogen. What was nitrogen I needed? Yes. Okay. So that is basically how it's going to be set up. So now we just got to go through, connect this cable plug here, and then we're going to run around over here, and we're going to connect this cable plug there. And then I'm going to connect this cable plug to this one. And because it's so close in between there that we can't really reach in there, I'm going to grab this one and we're going to plug it into that platform there. So now we've got power going to all of our platforms, but of course we don't have any RTGs at the moment, but we do have a whole bunch of medium solar panels and wind turbines and stuff that are out there in the world for us to collect. So run around and collect all of those. And so there's our medium solar panel. Get a bunch of those. Get a bunch of these medium wind turbines. You can also get the small variants of them and add them into the system. Doesn't hurt. And set up a platform maybe right here or even over here somewhere. Or if you want it out of the way of everything, if you want a clear path to that last platform, then maybe come over here and set up a platform over here and plug it into that cable plug right there. And there you go. You've got power. Be sure to grab all of the medium and small batteries that you can find. You're going to need a whole bunch of these because you're going to need like 98 units of power to power this entire thing all the time. So it's going to take a fair bit. This little guy puts out 5 units. This one puts out 4. And if you can get them, I recommend the medium batteries. They've got the most storage, 512 units. So they will last you a while, but you're going to need a few of those to keep you going through the night. Because this whole thing is going to be draining your batteries during the night. And these things are only intermittent. So you'll only get power from your solar panels during the day. At nighttime, you'll be relying on batteries and intermittent wind power. So cruise around, go grab that gravity globe, or make yourself a large rover. Large rover would actually be better because then you can actually mount stuff to it. Anything that you grab when you're in the gravity globe has to go in your backpack. You can't actually carry it or tow anything with the gravity globe. So yeah, make a large rover, run around the planet, grab all the medium and small batteries you can, grab all of the wind turbines and solar panels that you can, bring them all back here, and then set them up back there. And yeah. So that is the setup for the nano-carbon alloy factory. I'm going to break up the next part into the next video. And so it's 34 minutes already. Yeah. The other planets that we go to, Glacio and Atrox, I'm going to put that into the next video and show you the resources that we're going to need and the equipment in order to gather them. So, until then, I'll catch you later.